All right, Shalom. All right, before I get started, I want to say call Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. All right, Ba'ashem, Quadash Rakah. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught me this truth. And double salutation to all Yakin worldwide is teaching this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom. All right, so I'm going to jump straight into the scriptures, man. And I want to discuss, man, the so-called rich and wealthy of this world, man. All right, they're going to lose everything that they got, man, everything that they acquired. All right, as the scriptures say, because through this accumulation of wealth that these Edomites basically stole, all around the world, the Lord is going to strip that from them, man. Scriptures go into the fact that these elites, the rich are going to cough up their riches, if you will. All right. But I'm going to jump straight to the scriptures. This is James chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Go to now, ye rich men, and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you." You see? So, hey, this scripture is singling out the so-called wealthy, rich people of this world, man. All right, starting with your elites, your so-called one percenters, these fake Jews, these international global elite families, man. These are the rich of this world. All right, James 5:1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. So the Lord said, weep and howl for your miseries, man, because this is it for you Edomites, man. All right, you so-called white people, man, that's in the power seat over the planet, man. Howl for your miseries that shall come upon you, man. Total destruction, man. All right, it's prophesied in the scriptures. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to strip you for everything that you think that you have, man. All right. Verse 2, it says, your riches are corrupted, all right, and your garments are moth-eaten. Because really, this petrodollar is losing value, you see, and other nations are not even dealing with the dollar anymore, man. All right, they're going to another standard by using gold, all right, basically other methods to reject this petrodollar, which is going to make this economy tank, and that's the reason why as well, all right, that this economy has basically been in a shithole lately, man, because this thing is about to crash, man. All right. And these are some of the miseries that the Lord said was going to come upon the wealthy of this world, man. All right. James 5:2, it says, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. It says your gold and silver is cankered. And it says, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. You see, and that's the reason why, there's no telling what the national debt clock really is, man. All of that shit is manipulated anyway. All right. But the scriptures talk about how these devils have laden themselves with thick clay, man, going into that debt, man. All right. Because, hey, America, they're pretty much printing money out of thin air, man. It's not backed behind anything. All right. And that's the reason why this shit is about to go, man. All right. James 5:3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. All right. And that's the point I wanted to harp on, man. The scriptures say that these devils have heaped treasure together for the last day. This is it. All right. All the hoarding of the world's resources, man. Everything that these devils stole. Okay. They're going to lose all of it, man. All right. Because the scriptures talk about that America and different parts of the world is going to get destroyed. All right, with fire, man. So everything, any and everything that these devils hold dearly, they're gonna lose, man. All right, this is let me grab Job 20 and 15. Excuse me. All right, this is Job chapter 20, verse 15. It says, he have swallowed down riches. Talking about the Edomites, man, so-called white men. All right, it says he swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall cast them out of his belly, man. All right. So like I said, man, everything, all this accumulation of wealth that these devils have acquired, man, they're gonna cough it up, man. All right. Because all this wealth belongs to us anyway. All the gold, the precious stones. All right. Anything that's worth value, man, it belongs to us. This whole planet belongs to us, man, as the scriptures say, man. Second Ezra's, roughly paraphrasing, Second Ezra's 6, all right? It talks about how these heathen are ruling over us, man. And how long do we have to endure this, man? All right? But the scriptures say, man, hey, that the rich have heaped treasure together for these last days, man. So this is it for you Edomites, man. All right, you're gonna cough up everything that you so-called own, man. All right, this is Sirach. All right, this is Sirach chapter 10, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 8. It says, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And see, that's what these Edomites have done, man. All right, everything that they so-called have gained, it was all through unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, rape, robbery, and murder, man. All right, these Edomites' track record, man. This is how they were able to take over this whole planet, man. All right, the scriptures say that the Esau's blessing was the sword, man. All right, and this is how he acquired everything that he has acquired through that sword, man. Excuse me. But the scriptures say the kingdom is translated from one people to another, man. You know, so 2 Ezra 6 and 9, man. All right, Esau was is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. All right, so these Edomites, man, they're done, man. Hey, we're reading it straight out of the scriptures, man. You know, you can go into the history, all right. Like I said, you can go into history, look at the track record, research the track record of these devils, man. All right, and the scriptures, you know, they don't lie, man. Everything is true, man. All right, this is Proverbs 29 and 7. All right, this is Proverbs 29 and 7. It says, the righteous considereth the cause of the poor, but the wicked regardeth not to know it. You see? And the wicked representing you so-called white people, you Edomites, man. You don't regard the poor. You don't consider the cause of the poor, man. You know? And that's why, as a scripture, matter of fact, let me add on to that, because in James, jumping back into that chapter, James chapter 2, verse 5. Because as the scriptures say, man, these devils, they don't consider the cause of the poor, man. All right? This is James 2 and 6. It says, but you have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats? And that's the point, because we're being oppressed, all right, by the so-called rich and wealthy of this world, man. All right? But the scriptures that we just read, it tells you how Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, is going to strip, all right, everything from the so-called rich, man. You know, because this is it, man. So, hey, let me grab one more scripture too, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab that in Habakkuk real quick, because I mentioned that earlier. This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. I'll start there, man. Matter of fact, we could start at verse 4. So this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. All right. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. All right. And it says his soul which is lifted up is not upright, talking about the so-called white man, the Edomite. All right. His soul, he ain't right, man. He wasn't created to do righteousness, man. All right. Verse 5, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. You see, it says, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and as death cannot be satisfied. And see, and that's exactly what these Edomites have done, man. You know, they don't keep at home. They're all in these different nations' affairs. All right, they're always stealing and taking from people, man. You know, the rape, robbery, and murder that's going around the planet. You know, it says his desire is as hell, man, and cannot be satisfied. It says, but gathered unto him all nations, and heaped unto him all people. You see, because this devil actually think that this world belongs to him, man. You know, that he can just go around bullying the nations, take what he want. You know, he set himself up as the Most High. Man, it's time for this devil to go. All right. Verse 6, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him? All right. And say, woe to him that increaseth, which is not his. And that's like we just read in that Sirach 10 and 8. This is all part of the richest the riches that were gotten by deceit, man. It says, woe unto him that increases which is not his, man, because everything that he got in this planet has been stolen, man. All right, none of his so-called wealth really belongs to him, man. And that's why Yahweh Shem Shah is going to destroy these devils, man. It says, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, going back into the debt, man. All right, because this economy is due to crash anytime, man. And that's why brothers are staying upon their watchtower, all right, upon the current events, all right, to see what's going on, man, because this is, hey, we're living in the last seconds of this kingdom, man, you know. Excuse me, but hopefully that lesson was edifying, man. We'll give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, and double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutation to all Yakim out there that's pushing this word with all righteousness and sincerity. Hey, shalom.